Hello. Uh, so this is my YouTube like executive summary. I am having trouble uh parsing down my points and stuff, and so I'm just going to use this as a time to talk, and hopefully by the end of 5 minutes or so, I can get to most of my points. So, my project is coming after 10 years of Trump, the algorithmic and digital turn, and after Cesar Chavez. And I'm saying that we need a new mask or a new face for Chicano studies um, because neoliberalism is dying. Um, I argue that we're in a moment, a transition from neoliberalism to techno-feudalism. And this moment is very familiar to Chicanos for two reasons. One, because it has happened before, and Chela Sandoval argues that the cyborg, the colonial subject, has been a cyborg since the beginning. And I'm also arguing in the same vein that because colonial subjects have been um, essentially under feudal working conditions in times like 1521, 1820, 1848, 1910, 1962, and 1994, that we have, on top of being cyborgs, we're also bandits. And this takes from Eric Hobsbawm, who says that the bandit disappears uh, after a feudal period. So he says that the bandit appears in transitions from agrarian to capitalist societies, that feudal period. But I think there's a another sort of transition where the capitalist society returns to a feudal period. Okay, so yeah, I'm talking about them as epistemic shifts. Um, and so this mask is a new digital subjectivity. For the methodological intervention, I'm proposing the idea of masking for the fledgling field of critical mystery studies. Um, so masking is like an entire method, but I'm drawing from Walter Mignolo uh, on delinking, epistemic delinking, which is the first step, transcoding, which is the second step in my method that comes from Sandoval. Uh, 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 and then the last two ideas are my own, Eshipla codes. So these trickster codes that reorient your understanding uh, of your culture to technology and yourselves, and then the actual masks that are produced. So what I'm doing is uh, taking the concepts from critical mystery studies to politicize the study of critical mystery by transcoding these concepts to assemblage theory, affective assemblage theory. Um, what I've kind of come to, and I'll just try to close from here, is the Cyberbandita, this idea that an entity, basically the trickster god in his current form, Tezcatlipoca, I'm calling him Tezcatlipixel, uh, can sort of offer us a mask of the Cyberbandita. And the Cyberbandita is made by cyborg actualization. So the one of the main contributions of my work is proposing a virtual bandit rather than a social bandit, rather than symbolic or historical. Or so the virtual is taking from a concept, Deleuze-Guattarian concept of the virtual, which is real but not yet actualized. So the virtual bandit sort of prefigures every resultant manifestation of banditry and allows us to get past problems like the bandit being overly masculine, the bandit having a special relationship to the peasantry or having a special relationship to the upper classes. The idea of the virtual bandit comes before that technological actualization. Um, oh, I mean, should probably talk about my case studies and stuff. Gloria Anzaldúa Guillermo Gomez Pina and Ernest Hogan are going to all represent proto-Cyberbandidat, and I need to ground the current Cyberbandidat in the moment of shifting the digital turn and the height of neoliberalism. These three artists, theorists, they all contributed to our understandings of the digital turn within Chicano studies, and they're all responding to NAFTA and the neoliberal bloc. Um, so what I'm going to find is that each of them, or what I am finding is that each of them use these Ishipla codes. Ishipla means flayed skin doer or teot embodier. And they're going to basically tricksterize their relationships with technology to actualize certain subjectivities or proto-cyber bandidos. Uh, and so what I'm going to track is uh, why that was successful in that neoliberal moment and how things have changed as we transition to techno-feudalism. And yeah, just primary example is Anzaldúa treating her desk like an altar, or the Technopol of Guillermo Gomez Pina, who instead of accessing the white virtual reality, he shows that virtual reality is actually simulated reality, and his Technopol VR set uh, accesses the sort of Chicano virtual, and he says he can become any, embody any persona. So yeah, two examples. Uh, that's my nutshell.